When Elon Musk took the stage, everyone expected another update on SpaceX's Mars plans. Instead, he dropped a bombshell about the moon that left scientists speechless. Based on data from a recent lunar flyby, the moon isn't what we've always thought it was. What did SpaceX discover on that orbit? Let's explore. For centuries, we believed the moon formed about 4.5 billion years ago from debris after a Mars-sized object hit early Earth. We understood its effects on tides, Earth's rotation, and its slow drift away. This knowledge seemed complete. However, SpaceX's new lunar probe, led by Musk, found unusual surface materials and internal structures. The data suggests the moon may have hollow areas or large underground voids never seen before. Thermal and electromagnetic readings also defy natural geological explanations. If true, this challenges everything we know about the moon's origin and role in Earth's history. Musk's findings hint at hidden, possibly ancient or artificial structures beneath the surface, indicated by symmetrical voids and regular electromagnetic signals beyond normal natural processes. These discoveries didn't emerge from speculation or fringe theories. The SpaceX probe employed next-generation scanning technologies that represent the cutting edge of space exploration. We're talking about deep penetration ground radar systems and quantum resonance mapping technologies designed by some of the most advanced AI-driven engineering teams in the world. The mapping process uncovered vast sublunar chambers and geometric patterns that bear an eerie resemblance to artificial construction. These formations aren't random geological outcomes shaped by billions of years of cosmic bombardment. Their angles, curves, and distribution across different lunar sectors suggest intention, planning, possibly even engineering on a scale we've never encountered. The precision of these structures is what makes them so remarkable. Without using the word alien, Musk made it clear that what they'd found was beyond the scope of current planetary science. The geometric patterns follow mathematical principles found in advanced architecture and engineering, not in natural rock formations created by impact craters and volcanic activity. Do you believe advanced AI-driven technologies are finally unlocking cosmic secrets that were hidden for billions of years? Why or why not? Comment and chat with me. What makes these discoveries even more intriguing is their location. The anomalies are concentrated in regions that have long been avoided by previous missions. These are places where shadows persist for months, where Apollo missions never landed, and where older robotic probes had inexplicably failed or lost contact with Earth. Musk showed side-by-side comparisons of these shadowy regions and their radar impressions during his presentation. The images revealed clean linear divisions beneath the surface, vast domes of vacuum beneath the lunar regolith, and highly reflective materials positioned at precise intervals. This wasn't the chaotic jumble of rock and debris you'd expect from natural formation processes. The temperature readings added another mysterious layer to these discoveries. In places where surface temperatures should remain relatively stable, the probe detected localized heat spikes emanating from several meters below the surface. These heat signatures appeared at regular intervals, following patterns that suggested some form of systematic organization rather than random geological activity. These were not minor temperature fluctuations easily explained by solar heating or natural radioactive decay. The signals pulsed in rhythmic patterns, which some have speculated could indicate an operational system beneath the lunar surface. To describe the findings, Musk referred to Earth-based analogies like geothermal vents or reactor cores, though the patterns did not match any known natural energy phenomena. This was not geothermal activity in a conventional sense. The heat signatures suggested a different source, possibly a form of thermal regulation or containment system with an unknown purpose. This new data sheds light on decades of unexplained lunar phenomena that scientists have previously found puzzling. Unexplained seismic activity, called moonquakes, has challenged researchers for years. These tremors sometimes happen without corresponding meteor impacts or tectonic activity. Musk suggested they might be linked to subsurface structures settling, adjusting, or responding to unknown stimuli. SpaceX's instruments detected harmonic vibrations in the moon's crust at frequencies not seen in natural rock formations. Some interpret this as the moon resonating in response to certain influences, possibly the probe itself or unknown cosmic factors not yet understood. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. It helps support the channel, and I'm excited to continue bringing you more great content. Another notable aspect of Musk's announcement concerned the Moon's electromagnetic environment. For decades, scientists believed the Moon had an almost non-existent magnetic field compared to Earth's strong magnetosphere, based on data from Apollo missions and lunar orbiters showing weak, scattered magnetic readings. However, SpaceX's probe detected localized electromagnetic fields that were intensely focused and patterned across several regions on the far side of the Moon. These fields were not random patches caused by impacts but arranged in configurations resembling antenna arrays or energy grids. This was surprising because magnetic fields typically do not form such neat, symmetrical patterns on a celestial body as old and geologically inactive as the Moon. The precision of these electromagnetic formations suggests some form of organized structure beneath the surface, though their origin remains unknown. These findings sparked various interpretations within scientific communities and online discussions, including speculative ideas involving ancient technologies or unknown processes. Musk did not endorse these theories, focusing instead on the observable data. While the data challenges existing assumptions about the Moon and our solar system, independent verification is needed. If confirmed, these results could influence multiple fields such as astronomy, planetary geology, and our broader understanding of the cosmos. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Musk's revelation involves something that sounded like science fiction but was grounded in hard scientific data. As the SpaceX probe orbited the Moon, its sensitive instruments detected a series of low-frequency pulses emanating from within one of the underground voids. These weren't random electromagnetic bursts or interference from the spacecraft's own systems. The pulses followed a precise pattern, repeating every 143 minutes before stopping completely for exactly 24 hours, then resuming the same cycle. No known geological process, magnetic phenomenon, or gravitational effect could explain this level of precision and regularity. The signals had structure, cadence, and what appeared to be intentionality. The frequency and timing of these pulses ruled out natural explanations. They weren't caused by solar-wind interactions, tidal forces, or thermal expansion and contraction of lunar materials. The 143-minute interval was too specific, too consistent, and too mathematically precise to be coincidental. Musk, ever the provocateur, allowed the ambiguity of these findings to linger during his presentation. He didn't speculate about whether the signals represented the residual function of some ancient mechanism or possibly even a form of active communication. But the implications were clear to everyone in attendance. Something beneath the Moon's surface was operating according to its own mysterious schedule. Following the signal analysis, SpaceX's team decided to send a more focused mission to investigate these anomalies directly. A smaller, specialized lander was sent to a region near the South Pole, known for its challenging terrain and proximity to some of the strongest signal sources. The lander was equipped with advanced drilling tools, including boron carbide drill bits and heat-resistant exploration drones designed to operate under the Moon's extreme temperature conditions. The mission aimed to penetrate the lunar crust and study the source of the unusual signals and heat signatures. After drilling about 90 meters, the equipment encountered an unexpected metallic layer unlike typical lunar rock or known meteorite materials. When drilled, this layer produced a resonant ringing sound that lasted several seconds, generating harmonic patterns. Spectrographic analysis suggested the material might be an alloy with rare earth elements arranged in a crystalline lattice. If confirmed, this could indicate a complex composition, unlike natural cosmic or planetary materials. The properties appeared somewhat similar to advanced composites used in quantum computing and aerospace, though further study is needed to understand their origin and nature. The scientific community, cautious and methodical by nature, was confronted with data that was difficult to dismiss or explain. While peer review and independent verification could take months or years, the initial findings were already influencing discussions within major space agencies worldwide. Musk's decision to release the raw data openly, instead of keeping it classified, encouraged a new approach within the global scientific community. The Moon was no longer seen merely as a stepping stone to Mars or a testing ground for technologies, but both as a subject of renewed scientific interest with potentially significant implications. These discoveries prompted spacefaring nations, including China's Chang'e program, India's Chandrayaan missions, and NASA's Artemis project, to consider accelerating their timelines and increasing funding. The Moon's importance expanded beyond resources like helium-3 or strategic positioning. If future research were to confirm unknown technology or artificial structures, it would represent a major archaeological discovery. This possibility has led to increased competition for lunar access, driven by the desire to study and understand any such findings. Space agencies that had previously cooperated on international lunar projects began reassessing their partnerships. The prospect of discovering unexpected lunar phenomena influenced considerations around resource sharing, territorial claims, and collaboration. What was once a cooperative scientific effort appears to be evolving into a more competitive race to explore this intriguing object. In the days following Musk's revelation, public interest surged, reminiscent of the excitement during the original Apollo moon landings. Private space companies saw stock valuations rise as investors considered the potential impact of lunar exploration. Educational institutions incorporated more advanced astronomy topics, and social media was filled with theories, animations, and amateur analyses of the released data. Beneath this excitement, a deeper, more existential tension emerged. The possibility that much of what humanity thought it knew about the Moon, our solar system, and even our origins might require reconsideration sparked widespread philosophical reflection beyond scientific circles. If the Moon were found to contain constructed, modified, or inhabited features created by an intelligence beyond our current understanding, it would challenge a core assumption of modern science, the principle of mediocrity. This principle holds that Earth and its cosmic neighborhood are ordinary and statistically unremarkable in the universe. The discovery of artificial structures or advanced technology on the Moon would raise profound questions about whether our solar system is simply a random collection of matter or if it has been shaped or influenced by intelligence in ways we have yet to comprehend. Such a realization invites humanity to reflect on our place in the cosmos. Are we alone in developing technology and consciousness, or might we be one of many intelligent species to have emerged in this region? Could earlier civilizations have left markers, warnings, or signs for those capable of eventually discovering them? The implications of Musk's revelations extend into human psychology and cultural memory. Throughout history, many civilizations ascribed mysterious or divine qualities to the Moon. Ancient cultures spoke of lunar deities, transformations influenced by moonlight, and the Moon's effects on human behavior and consciousness. What was often seen as superstition or metaphor now invites reconsideration. For example, the Dogon people of Mali have oral traditions involving artificial satellites in Earth's orbit. Similar ideas appear in fragmented Sanskrit texts, Mesopotamian cuneiform tablets, and some Gnostic scrolls from the ancient Mediterranean. These references have traditionally been classified as mythology and folklore, but some interpret Musk's data as giving them a new, intriguing context. Could these stories be symbolic or cultural memories inspired by actual observations or extraordinary events related to the Moon? The possibility that ancient humans had knowledge or experiences related to unusual lunar phenomena adds complexity to the mystery. Archaeological sites aligned with lunar cycles or featuring lunar symbolism are being re-examined with fresh perspectives and questions. As shockwaves from Musk's announcement spread globally, a quiet but intense urgency developed within scientific and engineering communities. Research institutes, aerospace divisions, and academic teams worked continuously to analyze the preliminary data SpaceX released in encrypted but publicly accessible formats. These were not sanitized summaries or edited highlights. Musk provided raw telemetry feeds, radar imaging data, and unprocessed resonance scans. This level of transparency allowed the global scientific community to examine SpaceX's findings directly, prompting reconsideration of some established ideas in lunar science. Interestingly, the earliest reactions came from systems theorists and complexity researchers rather than traditional astrophysicists or planetary geologists. These scientists noted that the spatial distribution of the underground voids did not resemble any known natural formations. Instead, the pattern suggested principles used in bioarchitecture and modular design, often applied in artificial intelligence research and neural network development. If the moon really hides ancient technology, how do you imagine it might change humanity's future? Let's spark a cosmic conversation in the comments. The geometric patterns discovered beneath the lunar surface showed similarities to structures found in advanced computational systems and biological neural networks. This distribution differed from the random patterns expected from billions of years of meteor impacts and geological processes. The underground chambers and connecting passages appeared to follow organizational principles that some researchers interpret as indicative of design or planning. Computer scientists analyzing the spatial data observed that the void arrangements resembled optimization algorithms used in modern data center design and distributed computing networks. The chambers seemed positioned to balance structural efficiency with material usage, reflecting mathematical principles that human engineers have recently begun to apply. Additionally, these patterns appeared to scale across multiple levels. The same geometric relationships governing large chambers were observed in smaller connecting passages and even microscopic structures in the metallic alloy samples. This fractal-like organization suggests a form of systematic arrangement across different scales, though further study is needed to understand its nature. While engineers admired the structural features, mathematicians focused on a mysterious 143-minute pulse cycle detected from the underground chambers. What seemed like a simple rhythm revealed greater complexity upon detailed analysis. The 143-minute interval appeared to correspond with prime-sequenced harmonics found in advanced acoustical engineering and signal processing. The pulse pattern contained elements resembling Fibonacci ratios, binary increments, and harmonic scales, which some interpreted as signs of sophisticated mathematical structure rather than random coincidence. Further analysis showed nested patterns within the pulse sequence, resembling a complex musical composition with multiple layers. Some researchers speculated that the signals might represent an attempt to establish mathematical communication protocols, potentially using universal mathematical constants as a foundation. The precision and complexity of these patterns made natural origins less certain, as no known geological, magnetic, or gravitational processes are understood to produce signals with such consistency and mathematical features. However, further research is needed to confirm these findings and explore possible explanations. Within research facilities at CERN, Europe's leading particle physics laboratory, some quantum physicists and exotic matter specialists have reportedly discussed unusual findings related to materials discovered in the Moon's metallic subsurface layer. Details remain limited and unconfirmed. There are speculative reports about the possible presence of quark-gluon plasma fragments, exotic states of matter that are normally unstable under Earth conditions. If such materials were found to exist stably, they could have significant implications for future technologies, potentially including advanced propulsion, quantum communication methods, or new forms of information storage. These possibilities extend beyond astronomy to practical technology applications. The discovery of stable exotic matter on the Moon, if verified, might open pathways to breakthroughs in energy production, space travel, and information processing. However, further research and verification are necessary to understand these findings. As hard science has grappled with data challenging fundamental assumptions about physics and planetary formation, anthropologists and historians renewed their interest in ancient texts and cultural artifacts related to the Moon. For thousands of years, civilizations around the world recorded the Moon not just as a celestial body, but as an active presence with mysterious properties and influences. The Dogon people of Mali are known for ancient astronomical knowledge that included details about celestial bodies not visible to the naked eye. Their oral traditions mention artificial satellites and cosmic engineering concepts that have often been regarded as mythological stories. Similar themes appear in Sanskrit texts from ancient India, Mesopotamian cuneiform tablets, and fragmentary Gnostic manuscripts from the early Christian era. These cultural references have traditionally been interpreted as symbolic or mythological explanations for natural phenomena. However, the precision of some astronomical details in these sources, combined with Musk's recent revelations about potential artificial structures on the Moon, has led some scholars to reconsider whether these texts might reflect fragmented memories of historical observations rather than purely mythological narratives. The South Pole-Aitken Basin, known as one of the largest and oldest impact craters in the solar system, drew new attention due to unusual readings. Previous missions, including NASA's Gravity Recovery and Interior Laboratory, found mass concentrations there that didn't fit typical impact models, suggesting denser subsurface structures. SpaceX's recent data revealed organized voids and metallic layers beneath the basin, leading scientists to consider alternative explanations. Instead of a natural crater, the basin might be the result of intentional excavation, structural collapse, or large-scale construction. If true, this would challenge current lunar geology and solar system history, indicating engineering on a scale far beyond anything humans have built. Don't miss a single chapter in this unfolding lunar story. Subscribe and join us as we explore the secrets of the cosmos together. As governments reassessed lunar plans, the moon shifted from scientific interest to a national security issue. The U.S. Department of Defense issued classified briefings about possible unknown technology within lunar structures. The idea of dormant systems or advanced materials on the moon raised new security concerns. Military experts began considering scenarios once thought to be science fiction, such as activation of lunar systems or signals serving as warnings or countdowns. Intelligence agencies faced challenges evaluating threats not from Earth-based adversaries. Existing security and legal frameworks, including the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, were unprepared for potential non-human technology or structures on the moon. Within SpaceX's advanced engineering teams, development focused on innovative exploration technologies to investigate lunar anomalies. Traditional rovers and drilling equipment were insufficient for exploring vast underground chambers and analyzing newly discovered materials. Engineers designed autonomous exploration units called eco-seeds that could be deployed in swarms to map and study subsurface structures in detail. These devices combined artificial intelligence with miniaturized sensors capable of operating under extreme lunar conditions. Unlike conventional equipment, eco-seeds were built for three-dimensional navigation in complex underground environments. They featured quantum communication systems to maintain contact with surface controllers, even when deep inside the moon, and a modular design to adapt to changing mission needs. A secondary goal for these devices was to attempt interaction with any active systems found within the lunar structures. The eco-seeds included translation algorithms and pattern recognition software aimed at identifying and potentially communicating with artificial intelligence systems, should such systems exist. One intriguing development came from audio engineers who converted mysterious pulse signals into audible frequencies. When slowed down to human hearing range, the signals revealed what researchers described as a harmonic tapestry of tones with mathematical complexity. Some listeners found the signals resembled music with intricate structures, while others heard mechanical rhythms. Linguists and communication specialists noted that the wave patterns showed similarities to spectrograms found in human language and communication systems. This led to a new field combining linguistics, mathematics, and xenobiology. Research teams used advanced machine learning trained on ancient human languages to analyze the signals for signs of intentional communication, rather than random electromagnetic noise. Preliminary results were intriguing but inconclusive. Some tonal sequences matched symbolic structures similar to Sumerian cuneiform scripts, while others resembled rhythmic patterns like Morse code, though timing and frequency did not match known human protocols. Rather than causing panic, Musk's revelations sparked a renewed sense of wonder about the moon. Telescope sales surged as amateur astronomers showed new interest, and science fiction novels featuring lunar archaeology and ancient technology became popular again. The discovery raised important ethical questions previously considered only in philosophy. If the moon contained artifacts or technology created by non-human intelligence, what rights would humanity have to study or use them? Would the creators, if they existed, have any claim? Religious institutions began exploring the theological implications. The Vatican formed committees to examine the findings in light of Catholic doctrine. Islamic scholars discussed their relation to Quranic teachings. And Hindu philosophers noted similarities with ancient Sanskrit texts on cosmic cycles and civilizations. Legal experts faced the challenge of creating frameworks for governing discoveries and the potential use of non-human technology. Existing international laws offered little guidance for archaeological findings of possible extraterrestrial origin, especially if such discoveries included active technology or information systems. One intriguing finding came from a detailed analysis of timing data recorded by SpaceX's orbital probe. Engineers noticed subtle discrepancies in the spacecraft's atomic clock readings when passing over lunar areas linked to strong electromagnetic anomalies. These tiny timing differences suggested localized distortions in spacetime that could not be explained by the Moon's gravity or known relativistic effects. Such temporal anomalies might indicate exotic matter or energy fields, but this remains unconfirmed. If verified by independent research, these observations would be the first possible evidence of artificially generated spacetime effects, concepts currently theoretical or found in science fiction. The implications for physics and technology could be significant, potentially involving faster-than-light communication or other advanced possibilities. The idea that the Moon might limit access to its secrets through space-time phenomena adds further mystery. It raises questions about whether the Moon is simply a repository of ancient technology or an active system designed to reveal information only when humanity is ready. Elon Musk's revelation about the Moon marks a major shift in how we understand our place in the cosmos. The Moon, long seen as a silent companion, now appears to be more than just a rock. It could be a message, a library, or a machine. As we face this potential breakthrough, we must ask, are we ready to uncover the Moon's secrets? Could we not be alone? These questions will shape our future and our understanding of the universe. The Moon is no longer just a destination. It has become a teacher with mysteries that could transform humanity. The age of lunar discovery is just beginning. If you found this fascinating, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Share your thoughts on Musk's claims in the comments, and stay tuned for more discoveries reshaping our view of the cosmos. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.